and pop up on YouTube. All right, we're live on YouTube. Good. Live on YouTube.
Yeah, I see you. I see us live on YouTube.
All right, so I'm sharing that out. We can share this link with folks. And we're live on Facebook. I'm seeing the video record on Facebook. Disconnect video source. We did that. All right. See post details. Go live. All right.
I see your.
Bet. We are live. We are live. We are live. All right. So Nate, let's show the people what we got going on. I'm gonna add this to Instagram. Those who are trying to watch on IG stories.
I don't see it live on Facebook.
It's showing us live on the feed. There's no dashboard showing us live. Expand video, comment. Got that. Facebook. Should be the last thing. Should be able to share it out. Yeah, it's showing on my Facebook business page. It's showing there. And then I just gotta go to the main feed and then share from there. And we can rock and roll on there. Save this.
Live video.
Join. Yeah. I'm tagging you on. But now we're live. We're good. All right, Nate. So let's go ahead and get down to it. So last night's conversation was very productive. We were talking about apps and things of that nature, and I'm sitting here. Um, I just finished a marketing class for Monica and her team, and I said, it would probably be good for us to just jump on and briefly talk about some of the apps and where to use them and things of that nature, right? Because I think that that's something that a lot of people can look to utilize. So one of the apps, which is video.io, I'm gonna try to pull that up and see if I can share it. But that's an app that is becoming more and more popular for people who are looking to create short form and like long form content.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in this space and we're trying to promote and have people like get into video content, that's something that I think a lot of people should end up using. So what are some apps that you're looking to try to capitalize and utilize right now within your business?
Yeah, video.io is a new one for me, so I'm gonna add that to my list. And what I try to do is just kind of go on and experiment. And like I always watch YouTube videos to just learn more about things. If I that as like a crash course. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm using Opus a lot right now. You put me onto that one.
Mm-hmm.
Captions, CapCut. Um, let's see what else. BombBomb is one I'm
Bomb Bomb.
using.
Talk about
Yeah,
Bomb Bomb a little bit.
yeah. So BombBomb is like there's an app and then there's also a website, on your laptop or whatever. But the way I'm using BombBomb right now is to record personalized messages for different sets of people. So the way I'm experimenting with it right now is as soon as we go under contract with a buyer and I get a contract from a real estate agent,
Mm-hmm.
um, then I'm sending a message out to that buyer introducing myself saying, how you doing? My name is Nate with Legacy Settlement Services. Congrats on going under contract on 123 Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
We're the title company that's going to help you with this transaction. And I've linked, I try to say, kind of like point down and say, there's a couple of resources down below me here. If you want to click on them to submit your earnest money deposit, you can put an attachment on the email, whatever. But basically, you record it on your phone, then you go to the website, and then you basically can click on it and put it into the body of an email.
Okay.
So then when that buyer opens that email, it's you like a GIF, you waving at the camera or a little action or whatever. But I think it's just a way for them to interact and see me, which they usually don't see me till closing day. So for me, I want them to see me right away.
So it's personalizing it, and like a personalized experience for people when it
Correct.
comes to like the video. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm saying their name, I'm saying the property address, I'm saying their real estate agent's name, so they know it's legit and it's not just me doing it. But long term, I want to scale that out and have other videos too that are not personalized, but I've made them at scale to be able to be used for every transaction at
And then
different
just share it
points.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and then the other way I'm using it is when I pop by real estate open houses to meet with the agents and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's somebody I know or not, I've done it both ways. But like somebody I knew the other day, I went to his open house and then I sent him a video through BombBomb afterwards and just said, "Hey, great to see you again. Let me know when you want to come in the office and do some content."
Mm-hmm.
And then same thing, I've linked a couple of resources that we talked about when I saw you today below.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's a brand new agent that I've never met before, it's, "Hey, great to meet you today. Property was awesome." Same thing. I've linked a couple things below, but like it's just I think it's such a unique way to follow up with people that
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I really like it. So I'm using it a lot right now.
And it's super simple and easy to be able to use.
Oh, so
That's,
so simple. Yeah, you
yeah.
record it on your phone inside the app, and
Mm-hmm.
then all I got to do is refresh it on my laptop, and then right click it, and then paste it into my email.
Okay. And I
So I
think a
love
lot of
that
people,
one.
I think a lot of people take for granted the fact that how easy and simple video can really be
Yeah.
to help grow and scale their business. But a lot of this is like looking to just get started, right? Like, how can you get started? Like, what are some things that you can do in order to be able to grow and scale your business? So, let me
Yeah.
see if I can. Go
The
ahead.
other one, that I don't know if this guy did this through BombBomb or not, but his signature is a GIF of him waving.
Oh, nice,
So I'm trying to
nice.
experiment with that too. But like again, it seems simple, but like if you see two email signatures, we see how many email signatures in a day, and
Right,
if you see one of somebody waving at you, you're gonna be like, "What the hell was that?" Like
right,
that.
right, 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 right,
It's
right,
gonna
right,
catch your attention. You're gonna be like, "Let me see who this guy is," or
right.
you're gonna shake your head and be like, "This guy's always up to something."
He's always doing something right, and he's always doing stay on top of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see if I can get into this. See how deep we can get into this right now. All right, so I think it's going to. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's looking like hopefully people can see my screen. So this is the inside of video.ai. Shout out to Kevin Ewan of Kevin Ewan Photography, my business partner, who shared out this app. And for those that didn't realize, was again with Air Clash and Tiffany Dominique this past probably 2 weeks now. 2 weeks ago for an event. and was able to take a long form video and then it chops it up into smaller bite-sized video clips. And then you can kind of see it'll single frame it if I wanted to dual frame it. I can change the layout. I can make it landscape. I can make it portrait. Um, it'll be high resolution. I can change the text inside of it. I can do a whole lot in order to be able to grow and expand content. And then it goes even as far as, as you are going along, it's adding the text uh, to the actual voice, so the video. So as you're seeing right now, you're watching India talk. It's processing everything she's saying, and then I'll be able to download it and then add it on to individual feed. So once again, we're talking about not just realtors, but just business owners in general, right? Like I never know what to say, Austin. I never know what to post. So like this is something that I'm encouraging people if they're having events that look to do, or like if you're looking to hire us, like something we get as an add-on, and then you're guaranteed to be able to have some content to be able to leverage and utilize.
So this is like another Opus.
It's like another Opus, yeah, but it's just a different format and like how it's being able to like display and things of that nature.
How would you compare them?
Um, from a from a text from a text overview, I like Opus better. I think that video has a better like appeal and layout that will resonate better with people. Um, but like I think like each one is going to be different, right? Like if I'm working with like so when I we have Baltimore Real Producers coming up soon, so I probably would use like more Opus for Baltimore Real Producers, just knowing that the clientele what they're using. But video would be more appealing for like younger, more trendy individuals because it's different color schemes and different layouts and things of that nature. So I really just overall like a different layout. Um, but another app that I want to show, I'm trying to see if log back in, trying to see is Headliner. Have you ever used Headliner before?
No.
And for everybody who is doing like all these apps and things of that nature, make sure you're setting up that two-step authentication. Protect yourself. Always protect your information and stuff like that. Set up that two-step authentication.
What's the cost of video I/O compared to Opus? Similar
It's similar. Yeah, it's similar.
per hour?
Yeah, it's similar. It's not.
Here's one for you that I wanted to ask you. So today I recorded a podcast,
Uh huh.
and so I'm recording it on my phone,
Mhm.
and I'm taking the Rode soundboard
Mhm.
and plug that USB-C into my computer. But
Mhm.
then the phone was just getting the visual. So the Rode is recording the audio into my computer with GarageBand, but then I got to
Correct.
come back together and merge those two, and
Correct.
it's going to be challenging because that started a few seconds before the audio started. So what's the best technology to mesh those two? And because I got to now match the audio up to the lips.
Oh, it'll auto do it. You don't gotta do that. I mean, it auto do it.
What does
So
what does that?
so I use like so weddings, right? So think weddings. So like when I'm doing weddings, I'm syncing audio. I have that's why I like setting it up when we do these Nate at nights. I'm like setting up like in my office so I can share like some of the gear that I have. I have a what's called a Tascam audio recorder, and like I'll plug this into the soundboard of the DJ booth with the XLR cable. So same type of setup that you have like with the Rodecaster. Like I have a Rodecaster sitting right here on my desk. And then what you do is you export it using the SD card. So like in the side of the Rodecaster, there's an SD card, or you should have an SD card if you record directly to it. So you download it like just an MP3 file, and then I sync it using Final Cut Pro. There are other video apps that sync, and what you do is you highlight the video, and then you highlight the audio, and then like essentially like you right click it, and it'll say like sync clips, and then it'll automatically sync the clips, and then you select which audio source file you want to use. If you want to use the video source file, it'll allow you to select that. If you want to use the audio source file because it's cleaner, you can use that. But you just essentially just sync it, and then it'll analyze it, and then it'll match it up perfectly
In Final Cut.
in Final Cut Pro. Yeah, that's
So
the
I would
easiest.
need Final Cut.
So you don't need Final Cut. There are other apps to do it. Like I'm sure that CapCut does it. I'm sure there are other apps that do it. But I just use Final Cut.
But that's I mean these are huge files.
Yeah, I mean, fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like wedding. A wedding is a huge file. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You just highlight and it'll sync it. It'll take it by like the pitch and things of that nature, and then sync everything up.
Huh.
And it probably
And that
takes maybe 2 minutes or less.
I would have thought it had to be like a AI, more of an AI type thing, whereas Final Cut I know has been around for a while.
Nope. I mean, but you got to think about it. All these apps now all are including and utilizing AI
Yeah.
in their production. So it's now all integrated and woven in there, you know what I mean, perfectly. So it's not something that's like going away or, everybody's going to have to embrace AI sooner or later.
I just looked Final Cut Pro up, $300.
Yeah, so that's why I said, like, unless you're really getting into it, there's cheaper one. I'm sure if we played around with it, CapCut has that option, like, embedded in it.
I just thought CapCut was strictly on the phone.
No, CapCut, I use CapCut on desktop. I don't never use it on my phone.
Huh.
Yeah, CapCut is an app. You actually have more features on the application than on the cell phone.
On the
Desktop.
desktop.
Yep.
Bro, I hear my computer sometimes like working.
So that's the other
Trying to,
thing. If you're going to do video, like you're going to have to add some RAM or get a laptop with a RAM and things of that nature, or else you're going to be humming. You're
I
going to
mean,
need that.
I think my thing is pretty good. You're a Mac guy or not?
You probably have 8 gigs of RAM. I'm willing to bet you have 8 gigs of RAM on your computer.
I'm looking up right now about this Mac, right?
Yep, about this.
You're a
Mac.
Mac guy or not?
Oh, of course, all day. You got the whole, got the whole shebang.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is like a really, really expensive computer. So
I'm
like
telling you, you have 8 gigs of RAM.
memory, 64 gigabytes.
You have 64?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that what
Yeah, it's
RAM is that what RAM is?
that's good. Yeah.
8 core Intel Core i9 Intel
Oh, you
graphics.
have an i9. You have an Intel i9. Okay. So
I don't know what that
you're
means.
approaching the end of life.
What?
You're approaching the end of life. Yeah. So Intel, I believe Mac stopped with the Intel processor when they went M1, like in around 2000, 2001.
2.3 gigahertz, right? 8 core Intel Core i9
Mm-hmm.
Intel UHD graphics 630
Still graphics card.
1536 MB 64 GB 2667 MHz.
Yeah. You have 20. You have a 64 gig. So I mean, you should be able to process the video.
So hold on, you scared me. What I got? I'm
You're
approaching the
end
end of my life.
because of the Intel processor.
How long we talking here?
3 years.
Oh shit, 3 years. I got plenty of time. You scare me like it's coming up.
Oh no. But I mean, yo, you'd be surprised. Like, would you guess that we're already done a quarter of 2024 already?
Yeah, I know, right?
So yeah.
But I also got 2 terabytes on this thing.
So
On
one
my
of the
computer, I
things
got 2 terabytes.
I wouldn't have all of my video files are not on my computer themselves.
Yeah. No, I take them out every couple months. I take everything off my computer and put it
No, I
on.
mean, I don't even edit on those. So like one of the things you should definitely look to invest in, or like the portable like SSDs.
Mm-hmm.
So I use like Samsung T7 to edit off of, or you can go like SanDisk. I like Samsung. For those who are waiting on, I think Amazon just announced the other day that the spring Prime Day is getting ready to come up soon. And if you're like trying to make content, I would definitely tell you to get like a hard drive so you can store like all your video files and not bog down your cell phone or your computer.
So you just keep it on there and edit it on that hard drive.
I edit it on the hard drive. Yep, everything. I click and drag it, edit it, and send it off so it's not bogging down my computer. Because even if you move it off, the source files are still going to be on the computer. And like if you whenever you get a chance, like when you go like to research it, you can go like on About Mac and then see the when you go to more info, you can go to your storage where it says storage settings.
You said more info first.
Yeah, more info and then storage settings.
I don't see more info. I got
Oh,
about this
so
Mac.
what do you are you on Sonoma? Mac OS Sonoma?
Ventura.
Yeah. Oh, so you already at end of life almost. So Sonoma. So right now we're on Sonoma
So I
as
got
the
and I can't get onto that.
if you haven't did the update, you got to see if it's eligible for updates. If it is, then yeah. But if not, then
You're scaring me, man. This became a scary call. Updates.
Sonoma.
This is no. This is some other stuff. I don't see a Sonoma.
So see like setting updates. But the big thing is like system data. So in your system data, that's all the stuff like the cache files and things of that nature that are
Mm-hmm.
bogged down the computer.
Yeah, I gotta look into that. System settings. About.
But no, so another thing I wanted to talk about while we're on here is Headliner. So this is what Headliner looks like for those who are out there. This is another great app. Like if you're somebody who doesn't want to put your face onto the video, you'll use something like Headliner. So you make a graphic, and then this is the sound clip or whatever, right? So then essentially you add the sound clip in there.
It's 2022. We're ready to start the year off with a bang. We're coming with all new visions, all new specials, all new content to help you reach your goals.
And then you add the audio underneath, and then watch it work. So if you're somebody who's looking to create content, you're like, Austin, I really don't want to get in front of the camera and things of that nature. This is Headliner is another great app to be able to use.
And it's just straight pictures.
Straight picture, yeah. You make a graphic in Canva, and then drop in your audio, and then I just use the voice note app in your cell phone, which is
Mm-hmm.
free. And then Headliner is another free app.
Okay.
Yeah, Headliner is another free
Interesting.
app.
And then, or that could just be a picture from your camera, right?
Yeah, you can make a picture of your camera, but I
Yeah.
mean, I think if you want to be consistent with your branding,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
make something in Canva and then just change the whatever the
And,
topic is.
and the template's just
The
there.
template. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Something cool that I wanted to. The other reason why I wanted to get on tonight too is yesterday I was on IG during right after our session, and I came across this, and luckily I live near a prime station, and I was like, oh, I gotta order this. So actually, no, this is the wrong box. That's the wrong box. Amazon comes here so often. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah. It's dangerous, right?
Yeah. So this is the box. Sorry. Come on. Yeah, this is it. All right. So I thought this was really cool. This is called a vlog screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to do a review on it. So essentially, the the camera that's on the back of your cell phone is the better of the cameras, right? So if you're somebody who is looking to film and you're unsure about how you look and things of that nature, you sync this via Bluetooth, and then you can watch yourself via the camera
When you're filming, because when you're filming
while you're
yourself, you
filming
can't
yourself
see.
because you can't see yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you can truly record yourself in 4K and have high quality content on the better side of the camera, and then use this to be able to watch yourself.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
this is a.
that's something I think about all the time because like my brother-in-law,
Mm-hmm,
we were filming our podcast the other day, and
mm-hmm,
he had it flipped, and our legacy neon
mm-hmm.
was
Reverse. It's
backwards,
mirrored.
and I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 we can't do that. We got to have it in, like that's our brand. We got to have it in there, and then like yeah, I've seen that sometimes, and like to each their own, but like
Mm-hmm.
to me that always I can't even watch some videos because I'm like
Because it's mirrored. Right.
I got to see this the way it's supposed to be.
Right. And then in video, I don't know if you ever record on a cell phone and you see it's mirrored, that's another setting that's inside of your cell phone camera setting as well too that you can switch it. You just hit the mirror setting.
Hmm,
Swap it around.
that's interesting.
Yeah, but this is something that I definitely want to sit around and try out.
What's that cost?
This is like $60. It's like $60, but it's something it'll pretty much pay for itself by forcing me to create more video content. Sometimes I might not have my
Yeah.
camera with me or things of that nature. Like, so I'm able to utilize that more often and more frequently.
What do you think about if I'm holding a Rode mic and interviewing somebody with it? I've seen people do that. Just the mic,
So,
not the stick.
so I think you should get this. Hold on. We're gonna break out all the good stuff today. So I think while you can do that, I think you should invest the $20 and get one of these. So what'll happen is the Rode will slip right into here,
Huh.
the back of it,
Yeah.
and then you can even probably get on Etsy, get the Legacy logo on the front, and then do Legacy interviews.
Huh. All right. Is that a Rode there?
So this is Highland, but I have the Rode one here somewhere. I just grabbed the first one that I saw.
Okay.
But yeah, but they have a Rode mic for that.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's but you're saying that straight from professionalism? You're saying that from
Oh,
quality?
I mean, so it's not going to be any less professional, like if you just hold it up or whatever, right? Because we've all done it, naturally. I'm just saying, like, if you're looking to do like real interviews and try to like make it into like
Yeah.
late at night or whatever, to spend $20 to get something like this, then it looks like a microphone. Then it's like, oh shoot, like,
And the
what am I
Rode
doing?
mic is underneath that thing?
Yeah, you put the Rode mic, you clip the Rode mic right here. So inside of it is a
Ins-
little hand
Yeah.
holder. Hold
And then that the fluffy part would go over top of it.
on. Yeah. So I have one of the mics. Mic. We just had them. Here we go. All right. So yeah. So like the back of the mic. So like DJI has a new mic.
Yeah.
Just clip it. He clips right in there. And then this will go over top of it. You hear
Huh.
it clearly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean those roads are just so easy to move around, and like I did order another like little set, and I did one in that, and it just was really loud and scratchy, and I just can't use
Oh, yeah.
that if I have the Rode mics available, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's
So
always going to be the clearer the audio. Um, Definitely always going to be the clearer the audio. So what's some other gear? So we talk about apps, talk about some gear. What's some other gear that you've invested in to help your business be able to grow?
I mean the gimbal has been a game changer for me. I ordered that a couple years ago probably, and I'm sure there's better ones out now, but like that thing just has so many features, and
Oh yeah. Oh, so let's hold on.
the gimbal's been great.
People can see what it is that we're talking about. All right. So this is the handheld gimbal. That you put your cell phone on the magnet on the back of here, and then it'll stabilize all of your video so that you're not having to worry about if it's shaky or things of that nature.
Yeah.
Um, well, let me
And
put
like
my
it
headphones back on.
walking around an open house,
Yep, absolutely,
or for me like when I'm filming at seminars and stuff,
absolutely,
tour,
absolutely.
like if I give a tour at an open house, or I try to make my content the open house. I mean, it's as simple as your hand shaking from the weight of the camera,
Hmm.
the weight of your phone, or just when you turn a corner and you are off balance. I mean, it just looks so much smoother. But
Oh, absolutely. It's a counterweight, so it's
and
also
then
going to balance you. It has the give every time like you walk too. Because people don't naturally notice that unless they're like bending their knees, like your knees are like shock proof.
Well, the other thing that's incredible is like the follow feature where you can draw the box around
Oh yeah.
somebody,
Yep.
and then as they walk across the stage, or naturally we all pace when we talk,
Hmm.
especially at seminars and stuff. But like I can just sit back and chill, and it just follows people. That's been awesome. Um, this I didn't know it extended. I saw somebody else using one time, using the same one as me,
Yep.
and it became like a huge selfie stick basically. And I was like,
Yep.
what?
Like this.
So like, and that's why I really started digging into YouTube stuff. And I was like, if I'm gonna have these products, I got to really know them.
Hmm.
And you know, you just start to see so many more features when you watch these experts on YouTube who give these 20. You can, if you can invest 20 minutes laying in bed at night or whatever,
Hmm.
you know, like you'll just learn so much about the products you have and the features of them. And even that one, it was like you need to have your phone on the gimbal
Hmm.
and then the app pulled up on your phone before you turn the gimbal on. Like it
Yeah.
just said that's the way it wants to turn on. And just doing that, I had better like calibration and things like that. It connected better, and it was just so much easier.
Oh,
So that,
absolutely, absolutely. And
so yeah,
that's one
that
of those things that you can just walk around with too, like just naturally just throw it in your bag and get it throw it in your book bag, and then it just always travels with you.
yeah, that's been good. I bought a little camera. I think it's called like a Mevo, and I never really that's one that I kind of missed on. I didn't utilize that enough. I had
Hmm.
trouble with the right like memory card going into it. It wouldn't like it
It wouldn't
recognize.
read it.
Yeah, it wouldn't like recognize the memory card. And I watched some videos on it, and that was one. You know how it is, man. I'm just like I just got frustrated. I get frustrated easily, so I was like,
Hmm.
you know, I'm just moving on from this.
Right, right, right.
But I got to circle back to that because it costs a good amount of money. But my next purchase is probably going to be a camera, or our next purchase at Legacy, I would say, would probably have to be a camera. Like I just think we're kind of to
You're
that
due.
point. Yeah,
All right. What price point you think you want to be at?
I don't know because I think the other thing is that I think we probably want to do like, well, maybe we'll do like one camera for the whole podcast, and then use the phones for the two small angles of each
Okay.
side of the table. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know, like thousand, couple thousand most. I don't know. Is that disrespectful to the camera industry?
No, it's not. It's not disrespectful. I mean, but you honestly you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like I'll show you as I'm sitting here with the camera, right? So like this is my new
No,
model here.
I know you got some beasts.
Yes, I just came back from Vegas, so like this is specifically like a like designed as a vlog camera.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Sony E EV EZV1. I think I said that right. No, ZVE1, Sony ZVE1. And it was on sale like at the conference. It's designed as a vlog camera. It's great in low light. So you guys don't necessarily need to worry about low light because you have the light panels and things of that nature. It films in 4K. One of the things that we would do is we would have a dummy battery for it,
Mm-hmm.
so they can like watch and like film unlimited. Um, and that's relatively inexpensive. Camera that I use often that you guys could also invest in is called the Sony. It's a FX30, and you can get these for I think like $1,500. But
Mm-hmm.
it's designed as a cinema camera. So as a cinema camera, like it has a fan built into it. It's going to shoot 4K. It's going to do really good in light. You save on this one versus like its Big Brother model because it's a crop sensor, but it doesn't make a difference for you guys. So like if I was telling you to invest in something, I'd probably tell you to get some FX30s um, to be able to film. The other thing is it's a full size HDMI on the side of it,
Huh.
so you can plug directly like into like your laptop or monitor or whatever. Versus like some of them have like micro HDMI's. Go ahead.
What about catching the audio
Oh,
from the
so in the
mics of the podcast and
so
stuff?
audio, there's an audio source there, like that you can plug directly in, or if you wanted like the XLR, the FX30 comes with a
So there's a USB-C on the camera.
yeah, but you would if you're trying to do that, you would go directly XLR. So the FX30 has an XLR input. So like on your board in the back of it, like how you plug in the mics, there's an XLR input. You can feed it directly into there too.
What's the XLR? Is that the three prongs?
Yeah, 3 prongs. Yep. See.
But what if you have multiple mics?
So you only need one source, one audio source to go to the feed.
Okay. Huh. See, man, you know all these little intricacies that I feel
Yeah,
like
man.
we're like experimenting with.
That's why we're a good team, man.
Yeah. Well, it's taken us some time, man. But yeah, I think the more it's like anything, man. It's like this. You watch one YouTube video. I truly believe that. I watch one YouTube video. I feel like I was laughing the other day thinking about this. I feel like I'm like Neo in the Matrix when he's got the
Mm-hmm.
plug in the back of his head,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like programming stuff into him, and they're like, "Here, learn how to fly a helicopter," and they just plug him in, and then they put the new disc in the side of his head, and they're like, "Here, learn karate," and then he just does it. Like that's
You just do it.
that's what it feels like right now, where you're just taking on all this information, but you're just like trying to capture it as soon like as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Um, Trying to think what else. I mean, captions for me was really good, but like I felt like I was wasting money because I wasn't using it, and like I was on some plan for like $10 a month, and it was just like it was just racking me, and like it just added up. Like 10 a month doesn't seem crazy, but like or maybe it was like 18 or something. I don't know, but I was like I'm not using this, and it was like no, it was like every 2 weeks, $10 $10.
Then you did something wrong. Captains definitely isn't that expensive. You definitely did something wrong.
Yeah, so I was just like, what is going on here? Like every 2 weeks, I was getting crushed, and it took me like 4 or 5 months to finally come to my senses and turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, what captions can do very quickly is unbelievable.
Oh yeah. From an audio standpoint, I think it's a huge game changer, huge difference. And then not only that, but like now it can add in B-roll. Like you can add in so many different things as a benefit. So I definitely think that for those who are out there trying to make that transition and things of that nature, you definitely need to consider captions.
So you said you only use CapCut on your computer.
Yeah, I use CapCut on the computer because it's so much easier to be able to use.
I use CapCut on the phone because TikTok sets me up for it so much with like, do you want to use this template in CapCut? And then it gives you like you just click the link in TikTok to make like some of those green screens and some of those videos I'm making.
Oh yeah, so it's easier from there. But I'm just thinking like if you're trying to batch create stuff, you could probably knock it all out on using the desktop version.
Okay. Um, Tell me more about the Amazon store. You got me thinking about that the other day.
No, I think it's something that we both need to look at. So with the Amazon store, like if it's products that we all, use and think that others can use, like just build out the storefront and be able to share it out with people. It just sets us up to be like that subject matter expert. And I just think like where we're going, like in our brand, like nothing for nothing. Like of course, like you're not going to get rich off of it, but I think the more that you can leverage those products and get in front of people, I think we'll be able to review more stuff and things of that nature. So
Yeah.
that's one of the things, like us just sitting and talking that I eventually want to be able to do, like with you, just like this. Like I'm going to sit down and make a review on this vlogging screen, throw it up in the store, and then hopefully we get enough brands to say, hey, look, like try out this microphone, and then we try it out one day, do some interviews, stuff like that, and go from there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I honestly just like the idea of being able to tell people like, yeah, it's in my store. Like I think that's cool. And to provide another resource to people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because then it validates what it is that we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, like they actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree. Um, what else? What else like app wise are you using a lot?
Um, App wise, the rabbit hole that I'm going down right now is ManyChats.
Uh
Like I
huh.
just bought a subscription to ManyChats, and ManyChats is one of those um, like if then type of platforms. So like if it does this, then it'll do that. Like if that makes sense. Like if somebody comments on my post, then in turn it triggers activation to be able to directly respond to somebody or send them a DM or whatever it may be. So it'll act as a lead gen for me, and I think that that's extremely beneficial too.
Huh. And what was the other thing you mentioned? Uber what?
Uber Suggest. So Uber Suggest does like a website analysis. See if I can pull up Uber Suggest, and then there's like keyword search and all those things, right? So like, hold on, let me see. Uh, all right, so yeah, I can do it here. So like, this is something I do every single day. Like when everybody goes to sleep, wife's done watching TV with me, I'll get on Uber Suggest, right? And then let me know if can you see the screen?
I can, yes.
All right, so Uber Suggest will tell me exactly from an SEO standpoint, like what's going on with my page and how it's benefiting, right? It has analytics in there. It's telling me estimated traffic. So like right now, like my traffic is dipping like from, and naturally it was higher here because I was paying for ads, right? It'll tell me like my keywords, how I'm doing. You know, before I have zero in the top three in the market. I have two that are in top 10. I used to have 12. Now I have 10 that are in the top 100, and then I have eight that are not ranking. So I got to find out like why those eight are not ranking. I have 32 bank links. My on-page SEO score is 74. It'll show me like what I got to do to get 75. I have my top competitors in there. You can do like your top competitors. You can do a site audit. So like every day, like I go on site audit, I look at what are my top issues, and then I begin to knock out those issues like one by one, right? And it'll tell me like some of my issues, like low word count. Like people don't realize like how important like low word count is. So like I'll have to go on here and then begin to add additional words so that it'll SEO index a lot better for my webpage.
Now you had to pay to link your website to this.
So Uber suggests, I mean, they can do a free social media audit, but it's one of those things that yeah, I pay for this to be able to do it. But it's because I personally see the value in Google. Like so,
So
because of that, I'm investing more time, money, effort, and resources into Google.
can you give me an idea?
The investment
Yeah, yeah.
it's like $100.
For the annual month?
I feel no, I think I paid the $200 for a lifetime, but like the annual is like $9 a month.
So you committed to yrnphotography.com for life.
Yeah, yep.
Or for the foreseeable future, saying
Foreseeable
this is my
yeah,
brand, this is my brand for a while, might as well just spend the 200.
yeah.
Like you very much look at things from a this is just worth it. The ROI is there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I look at it from that, and then from a tax standpoint too, right? So I'm like, yo, either I'm going to give the money to Uncle Sam, or I'm going to invest in a business to be able to grow it even further, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, all right, like I might as well go ahead and invest. And then there are other things you can do on this too, like it has, I don't know where it is. It'll create content for me. I think here is this it. On one of these, there's a blog post. It'll make blog post writings for me as
Through
well
AI.
too. Yeah, AI. And it'll make so every single month, like I'll make a different blog post for, like for my website on here. So no, I like it. I like
So
Uber
it would
Suggest a
make
lot.
the blog post and then you would have the chance to go in there and edit it.
Correct. Yep. And you just change it around things of that nature.
Because I want to get your take on that. So I heard somebody recently say that they were using a technology that I don't know if it may have even friended people
Hmm.
on Instagram and Facebook, but it was certainly messaging people. It was messaging people and having conversations. And
Mini chats. So that's what mini chats does for me. Yeah.
on Instagram
Yes. Hmm.
with people. So
Yeah.
like with me.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think for most commonly,
Yeah, it was commenting. I think it was mainly commenting on
yeah,
people's posts.
yeah. For most commonly asked questions and answers and things of that nature, I see the benefit in it.
Because for me, like the authentic side of me wants it to be me. The scaling side of me knows you got to do something else and you can't do it all.
So here's the thing: you can do both, but sometimes for the most commonly answered things, like why not use technology to help move along the thing until you're in bed at night and can look to use it.
Yeah. So you can just say, if it, that's what you're saying. The if then,
If then,
if they ask me this, then say this back.
then it's going to respond yes with that. Yep.
Do
Right.
you do weddings in Maryland? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I do weddings in Maryland. I would love to have a consultation with you. Here's my link. Let's schedule a consult.
Got it. So that is a waste of your time, not worth the
Not a
time
waste
to
of your
type.
time. It
Not
just makes
not
more
worth your
sense.
time to type that. Yeah, that's
Right.
a good way to put it.
Right. It's just investing your time into. We want to have a conversation together. Let me get you to that point, and then we can have a one-on-one.
Yeah, it's just like Calendly. It's
Correct.
like
Yeah.
I'm not going to email back and forth with you about scheduling times. Just here we go. Find the time that works.
And then the reminder, like Calendly will send you a reminder. All right, we're 7 days out. All right, we're 3 days out. All right, your appointment's tomorrow. Like
Yeah.
instead of having to do that, I mean, it makes no difference. It's still the same end goal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
From that side of it makes sense, I guess. From the DMs and things like that, like I just want the relationship, I guess, and I want to throw my stuff in there, But I don't know. It's tough to scale, right? It's tough to scale doing it that way.
Because there's not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, well, and you just lose the chat eventually. Like how many
Yep.
times I go back in my DMs and I'm like, oh shit, I really want to talk to this person, and I
And it's-
lost it.
Yep.
Somebody else came in and talked to me, and the chat got buried, and 10 other people DM me, and then like that thing just got lost.
And you're like, shoot. Yeah, I'm sure. Speaking of which, I need to clean up my DMs on that.
Yeah, so
So next time we do this, I want to go on something I just saw called App Sumo.
hmm
And I think it would be worth it for us to like pick an app. I'll go ahead and make an investment in whatever the app is, and we just try it out and see how it works.
okay,
See if it
cool.
benefit people. All right. So no, thank you, Nate, for jumping on today. Hopefully, people who are watching. We've got as high as like 8 people tonight sitting here watching, and we'll try to make this a regular thing. If you guys have stuff that you want us to talk about or cover or review or be able to help with, drop a comment on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll look to research it and help you guys out.
That's awesome. Perfect. I love the plan.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Have a good
Austin.
one. Thank you.